Welcome to SVC, my channel. So today we discuss about the 13th lesson in 10th class history lesson. That lesson name is The World Between the Wars 1900 to 1950 Part 1. So here introduction what we have to say. In beginning of the 20th century, Eric Armstrong said that beginning of the 20th century, the total world population 1.6 billions. Billion, 1.6 billion. 20th century means, 1901 to 1900, 2000. It is called as a 20th century. So billion means 100 crores. 1 billion equal to 100 crores. Means you have to change it because 160 crores. So here industrial capitalism it changes the total changing of the livelihood of the Western countries people. So here these industrial capitalism totally changed the way of the life and livelihood of the Western countries people because of the capitalistic persons who were there. Those people want to establish the different type of industries and those people got the many opportunities. Okay, that's why they changed their lives. Next, increasing of livelihood standards and this um, this industrial capitalism mainly divide the country, entire the world divided into two parts. One is the rest and another one is the west. West what? West and rest. West means the industrial developed countries which are there, those countries are called as the West. West countries means industrially the countries which are totally suppressed by or exploited by these industrial countries. These are called as rest countries. Rest countries means those countries are totally exploited by the industrial countries. These are called as rest countries. So now discuss about the Eric Armstrong said that the one of the great historian Eric Armstrong said that 20th century called as the age of extremes. Why? Why 20th century is called as the great extremes? It is very important question. Yes, one the academic standard one question. So very important 4 marks question. Why 20th century is called as the age of extremes? So it is very important. So here who said this word? Eric Armstrong said that 20th century is called as the age of extremes. So here mainly politically politically the nation people who are the world to politically uh, shoot the democratic aspiration instead of the ibdist of the ibdist of the these countries fascist ideology and no questioning power and ask that like that these things are there at that time. So in this mean way beginning of the 20th century, many of the world people, mainly immediate of many of the people think that aspiration of the democracy. The same way in this 20th century, new art like films are invented. The same way in the 20th century, mainly movies and art all are invented here. And 20th century mainly scientific knowledge invented. So this scientific knowledge totally changing the life of atom and life and atom. And this 20th century mainly two world wars also done. And this 20th century great changes also done. That is mainly some socialistic societies also established the equality fraternity and equality, fraternity and equality, fraternity. So those countries also established the equality, fraternity, these principles. In the same way, in 20th century, Great Depression also happened. What is Great Depression? Worldwide economy totally declined. Economy totally decline and fall down the prices. It is called as a Great Depression. This Great Depression also influenced in the 20th century, mainly 1929 to 1913. Between time, the Great Depression was started. So in this time, what is the impact of the Great Depression? Mainly, the impact of the Great Depression, unemployment highly increased. And second one, economic breakdown was totally fall down. So this is the two reasons for the Great Depression. It is very, very important question. What is the impact of the Great Depression? So Great Depression impact mainly unemployment highly increased and industrial breakdown. Means so many industries totally collapsed. This is the main concept. So that's why 20th century is a great expectation, experiments, and dangerous development was done in the 20th century. Now, World Wars and Omnious facts. World War. World War means the war which was happening between the more than two countries. It is called as a World Wars. Now, World War mainly how it started. We have to say that beginning of the 20th century, most of the countries like industrial developed countries like Britain, France, America, Germany, Italy, these countries are totally industry developed countries in Western countries. So these countries mainly they want to choose them. They want to choose the markets. They want to their products what was there. They want to marketing their goods in the countries. That's why high competition was happened between these industry developed countries. So in this time, the rest of the countries means poor countries which are there, those countries which are seeking for the independent. The rest of the countries are seeking for the independent. The industrial developed countries are they want to establishment their propaganda and their colony, their power and authority established in the colonies. That is the main concept. So in this time, the industrial developed countries between happened a loggerhead. That is, disputes was happened between these industry developed countries. They were divided into several blocks: Germany, Austria, Hungary, France, Russia, Britain. Two blocks they have to divide it. So after that, what happened? First World War started 1914 to 1918. First World War started 1914 to 1918. So in this 1914, the World War was started, First World War. So here, in this time, what happened? Mainly, these countries are quarreling between themselves because you know very well their products. What was that they want to marketing their country, that rest of the countries. That is the main target. In this time, they have to quarreling between themselves. The World War was started. Why it is World War? Because of in this war 1914 because of entire the world East Japan, West America and Middle East. Yes, China, all the countries are participated in this war. That's why it is called as a World War. So finally 1918, the First World War ended. So in this time, what happened mainly, the Germany defeated and Britain was totally victorious in the First World War. So in the same way, Second World War also there. Second World War 1939 to 1945. In this time, mainly First World War, what restrictions has been taken by these victorious countries? That is the one of the provoke for the World War II. So in this time, this 1939 to 1945 between also World War the Second World War was done. So in this time mainly Same First World War, how the Germany was defeated. Same way Second World War also, Germany was defeated and Britain was victorious in this war. So now the deaths and destructions. See, deaths and destructions we have to see mainly First World War I and World War II. Mainly, nearly 10,000 millions people were died in First World War. Out of 10,000 means 75,000 people of the Indian soldiers were deployed in the Africa and European countries. So in this continent, our Indian Sepahis are totally deployed on behalf of the Britain. So 75,000 Indian soldiers also died. In the same way, Second World War or World War II, nearly 40 to 52 million people were the civilians died. And in the Second World War time, nearly 6 million people were Jewish people were died through Holocaust. What is Holocaust? Holocaust means mass murder, grouped murder or mass murder. It is called as a Holocaust. In Germany, it was done. Jewish people, they nearly 6 lakhs, 6 millions, 6 million Jewish people were died in the Germany through Holocaust. That's destruction completed. So now here in this World War II time, 2 atomic bombs also dropped in the Japan. August 6 and August 9, two World Wars due to World War II, 2 atomic bombs was dropped by the America in Japan, that is Hiroshima and Nagasaki. Nearly 1,24,000 to 1,50,000 people were died. Now discuss about the power bomb. So due to these atomic bombs, so many people, lakhs of the people were died in the Nagasaki and Hiroshima in Japan country. But those people were faced with the linger diseases for decades. That is leukemia. Leukemia and cancer. Leukemia and cancer, both two diseases are faced till now. Few decades they are facing these two diseases. Now discuss about the power blocks.